not giving Jesus 2 weeks if I don't get 2 weeks off of work. He gets 1 week. We're putting this thing up the 20th. All right. Episode 43 of the Fair Enough podcast. Today we got a draft. It's draft day. It's draft week. Happy November to everybody. Hope everybody had a good Halloween, and we are now officially on to Christmas time. Do you put
I'm so glad you – oh, my God. I'm so glad you just said that.
Are you a Christmas guy right now?
I am not. I'm so glad you brought this up because this afternoon I'm like, I got to talk to Bob and see where he stands with this. Mm-hmm. And I'm so glad we're doing this right now. How dare you? How dare you just skip over Thanksgiving like Thanksgiving is not elite in the best ways? Like, come on.
It's the best holiday. I agree. It's nationally skipped.
Well, yeah, but you came out and said it like you support it.
Yeah, I was being pushed around by Big Christmas. That's what happened.
Okay, right, I was gonna say because that's oh God. All right, I'm so glad on the same page because
that was the Broners and me talking.
Like, we don't need to have, I'm okay with you start to get ready for Christmas shopping, whatever, but like, let's not forget that Thanksgiving is one of the best holidays. It's got football all day. It's got some of the best food. It's got everything, and we need to give it its fucking credit where it's due.
Great day. And So the Falbo Christmas tree doesn't go up November 1. It goes up December 1.
Fuck right. The Falbo Christmas tree doesn't go up till December fucking 20th, bro.
All right. Let's celebrate this shit and let's fucking move on.
Yeah, exactly. It stays up till February, but that's beside the point.
They put it up and keep the box out.
Yeah, exactly. They do. Yeah, the box sits right next to the tree.
Oh, dude. We used to put the box in the shower that nobody used, but now the shower gets used, so we have to put the box back in the closet. It was just a perfect spot. Stand-up shower.
Some hood rat shit.
It's not hood rat. It's efficient. Don't call hood rat shit when it's efficient.
Mike's dad's like, I'm not giving Jesus 2 weeks if I don't get 2 weeks off of work. He gets 1 week. We're putting this thing up the 20th. Yeah, I'm the same. I think one day I will be forced into being a November Christmas guy, but until then, I'm riding the turkey.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All the way through November. But happy Thanksgiving month, everybody.
Happy November.
We'll wait for Christmas. Happy November. It's nice as shit here still, so it's kind of feeling like a little September, October weather that we're still getting over here.
Yeah, we got up to 75 today.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's where we're at, too.
Yeah, I love it.
But yes, today, in the honor of the Thanksgiving and Black Friday, it's shopping season. Whether it's Christmas season, whether it's Thanksgiving season, there is one thing that we know, and it is fucking shopping season. And I feel like that only grows and grows and grows every year, the more that Amazon wields their power. So today we are doing the clothes and shoes logo draft. So we will be drafting logos of clothing brands and shoe brands. We're doing them together because they kind of intertwine anyways. Yeah. So, and you guys know a million, I mean, just now that you're thinking, you guys know a million that I'm talking about that do both. So we won't name picks here. We will do that in the later version. But right now we have to talk a little bit about football. Because there were some trades that happened this week. The trade deadline came and went. Kind of underwhelming, I would say, overall, as a trade deadline. Not that the NFL is ever that crazy.
No, it never really is.
Yeah, but I mean, probably the biggest player moved, Bradley Chubb, no?
I mean, Christian McCaffrey, but...
And McCaffrey, if you count that was just a little bit earlier.
Yeah, and I mean, Roquan, too. I think Roquan is probably better than Chubb, but he was also moved before the deadline. So I think those are definitely the three biggest names.
So you guys lost Roquan, you get Chase Claypool.
The thing is with Roquan is that they clearly weren't going to pay him, right? So if you're not going to pay him, get something for him. I don't love it. I wish they would have kept him second and a fifth. after seeing what they got, what Chubb was worth, it kind of upsets me because would they get a first and a fifth or something like that? Miami gave up. So it's like I think Roquan is worth the same amount, if not more, than Bradley Chubb. But I also don't know what their contracts are. I don't know if Chubb is like they have the rights to him, or if it's like where Roquan, it's like you're signing him for 8 games. You know what I mean? And possibly your playoffs. So I don't know where they're all at with that. But I wish we could have got a first. But I'm taking a second and a 5. I like it. I hate that we have to get rid of them, but I understand the business. We always talk about that here when we talk sports, how much of they're a fucking business.
Yep.
And I like Claypool. I don't love him right now, but I think he brings to the table exactly what we don't have on the Bears offense right now. And that's a big go up and get it type of receiver.
The size receiver.
Yeah.
What's the last size receiver they've had? Was it Brandon Marshall?
Like we had Alshon Jeffrey.
Alshon for a minute.
We all, I mean, A-Rab wasn't big, but I mean, Alshon and Brandon Marshall are probably the 2 last like legitimate ones. And then we had A-Rab, who is like that middle guy where he kind of do both, but he's not that like straight up like go up and get it D-hop fucking type of guy, you know.
Right.
So I'm not mad though. I'm happy. I think if Jackson Smith and Jigba is not on our radar still, granted we got to fall in the right pick, but like that guy should be on the radar, and we should do everything that we have in our power to go get him. We have a bunch of picks still now. I think that gives us more now where we can give up some shit to even trade up. Like, we trade up our first, which is probably going to be 3 picks from where he's drafted, and our second, because now we have 3 second-round picks or whatever it is to go get, JSN. So, I like it. I don't love it, but it's a step that I didn't think they were going to take at all. So I'm glad that they showed at least we know we need to get somebody, and it's just a process, and you know how it is. So I'm not pissed at all.
No, and you look around the NFC North. Nobody got better.
The Vikings did.
You could say the Vikings got better with Hawk. I mean, he's fine. He's going to be fine over there. Like
he's good. And Irv Smith is hurt, so that helps him.
He's going to get his, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that helps him a lot. I think. I think Hockenson is really good. I think he showed that he's really good. Goff obviously hasn't gone to him as much this year, but I think Hawk is really good.
Yeah,
he's a solid blocker for what he's worth. He's not like phenomenal, but he's not the worst at all.
No, it was the same situation for us where it was like we're gonna have to pay this guy at the end of the season. Yeah. Do we really want to fucking pay this tight end? No. I mean, is he any different than the dime a dozen middle of the road guys? Depends on the team he's on. He wasn't that different on the Lions. So I mean, could Kirk Cousins in that offense like get him open? Fuck yeah. I mean, he's going to be way more open than he was in Detroit. So yeah. Wish all the best to Hawk. I mean, but I think great haul for the Lions to get a second. That's huge. Yeah, that's fucking huge. Even though we picked the guy, in the first round, it's still like that was the dumb regime that picked him. So it's like, what are we gonna do? And we'll take a second. So now we got 2 firsts and 2 seconds this year, which is fucking sick.
Yeah, I don't think it was a bad play on either side of that trade. Like you said, you get a second round for a guy. Yeah, you wasted a pick 5 years ago or whatever, how many years ago on him, but it is what it is. Shit happens. I think the trade, like you said, it was underwhelming, but it is NFL. But, like, who do you think wins? Does Miami win overall? You get rid of Chase Edmonds. You bring in Jeff Wilson Jr. You get rid of fucking a first and a fifth. You get Brett. Like, they're going for broke, bro, and I don't hate it.
Yeah, I think it's easy money, the Dolphins, for sure. I mean, Chubb, like that defense is already solid. Oh, and then you go and get Chubb.
Yeah.
That D-line is actually pretty nasty in Miami.
Yeah.
And then they add Chubb to it, like and then you get a guy like Jeff Wilson, where you already have Mostert, who's like a solid back, and
of course,
you're building yourself a little committee.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what they wanted to do from the get-go too. So it's like, well,
if Tua can stay healthy, man, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen to the Finns?
I agree with you on that. They're electric.
And they already beat the Bills, which is kind of wild. Like, did they beat the Bills again? Who knows?
Yeah, of course. I mean, fuck.
They could win that division, which is kind of crazy.
No, for
But,
sure,
yeah.
no doubt.
That's NFL. College, the college football playoff rankings came out, and everybody. I mean, this is all going to be solved. We know that. Big part of this is going to be solved this weekend when Tennessee and Georgia play.
Literally.
But this will all be solved by the end of the year. For the most part, there's just those fucking crazy scenarios. So it's Tennessee 1, Ohio State 2, Georgia 3, Clemson 4, for everybody that didn't happen to see it. Michigan is in the 5 spot, Bama in 6, undefeated TCU at 7. Those are the players, right? That still have a shot. TCU definitely still has a shot. They have to play
Oregon still has a shot too. A long
the
shot.
Pac-12 is a long shot at this point. They UCLA kind of fucked that up by losing. They needed to win.
But you know how the Big Ten can go. I mean, Michigan can fuck around and beat Ohio State, and then Michigan will fuck around and lose to some shit team or whatever. There's a lot of, like you said, there's a lot of shit still have to happen, especially with three SEC teams and 2 Big Ten teams left. I think Oregon's long shot, but they still have a chance. That's all.
For sure. It's going to take some chaos, and there's going to be some chaos because Georgia and Tennessee are on the same side. So whoever wins this game is going to the SEC championship to play probably Bama, you would think, unless Bama loses to LSU this week. Another huge game.
Another team that has a long shot fucking back their way into it type of situation, right?
Who?
LSU, right? They're only 1 loss. Yeah.
I believe LSU has 2 losses.
Oh, do they? I'm sorry. Okay. They're like number 10, aren't they?
They are. They're number 10. And
I thought they only had 1.
Yes,
that's my fault.
they're 6-2.
Oh, all right.
But, I mean, think about it. Tennessee, well, fuck. I mean, Tennessee beats Georgia. And then if Bama beats Tennessee in the SEC championship game, they both have 1 loss. Who the fuck do you take? You have to take Bama.
No.
Or you take them both.
You take them both. Look at what happened last year. Georgia undefeated, Bama 1 loss. Would they lose to A&M last year? 1 loss. They go in. They beat Georgia in the SEC championship. They both go. Georgia beats Bama in the Super Bowl or in the fucking national championship. If Alabama wins the SEC, there's no doubt. There's absolutely to me. I think there's no doubt in my mind that
SEC champion goes.
I think that So I think whoever is in the SEC championship, wins, is going plus the loser. If it's Georgia or Tennessee, like if Alabama wins the SEC championship, the loser of that game, as long as they go in undefeated, is going too. Yeah. There's no way to not, unless TCU, bargains for a deal. Like I don't know. I just can't see them.
If TCU wins out, look, you can't take both SEC teams. If TCU wins out, you have to put them in. They can't go 12-0 in a Power 5 conference and be left out of the playoff. You just fucking can't. Especially when the Big 12 might not be the most top heavy, but I think it might have the best core of teams in college football this year. Like the fucking Big 12 is loaded in the middle. They just don't have that like, hey, we're the top dog player. But it's Kansas, it's Baylor, it's Oklahoma State, it's fucking TCU, it's Texas, it's Oklahoma. There's so many teams in the middle that are good that you can't just say, oh, they have a shit conference, they went 12-0, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you have to put them in.
But when does that become a thing that hey, all these teams that are like big and all those teams you just named, where all of them are just mediocre, and in reality, if TCU stumbles or rumbles over all of them, kind of takes away from the Big 12 at that point, because guess what? None of them can take them down. They all beat the fuck out of each other in the regular season, sitting there with 3-4 losses. I feel like that makes TCU actually look worse at the end of the day if there's not someone that's actually competing for that conference with them in reality. So it's like, dude, the way and you don't know the way these motherfuckers look at it, dude. It's all fucking bullshit. They want an SEC championship twice in a row. I don't know.
They do.
I think that it sucks that Georgia and Tennessee have to play this week. It really does, because there's so many fireworks that are still going to happen, and it kind of like this week really kind of paves the way.
Yeah,
for
you kind of wish that this didn't set it off. You kind of wish this was later down the line. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
And the thing that's kind of like, if you lose this Tennessee or Georgia game, you're kind of still like, well, I mean, you obviously have to bank on somebody else to lose, but you just got to hope that the team that won wins the SEC, beats Alabama, and you're sitting in the one loss spot, and you got to just bank on fucking TCU losing, or because then it's the same shit. Because obviously the Big Ten's going to get decided by somebody, and then Clemson can get in at 4. And fucking
Clemson's getting it. Clemson's not going to lose unless they lose to Notre Dame this weekend. They're not losing.
Exactly. So it's like that's what I'm saying. So it's like you almost, if you lose this game, you're almost in not in a better spot, but like you just got to bank on the team that beat you to just continue to win, and you just would assume that hopefully it all plays out where you jump in somehow.
Right.
Because didn't Ohio State get in? Was it last year or 2 years ago without winning the Big Ten championship?
I couldn't tell you that. They normally win it, unfortunately.
I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, it's fucked, and I think that we're steering down the path of a very difficult choice, the most difficult choice the committee has had to make yet, I think.
Yeah, I think right now at least.
And the rankings, like, say what you want. As for Michigan at 5, like, I mean, it doesn't hurt my feelings. Do I think that number 2 Ohio State is like has looked better and played a better schedule than number 5 Michigan? No, I don't. I think that they've generally looked the same. Ohio State beat up on Wisconsin. They played a tight game with Penn State. Michigan beat the shit out of Penn State.
That's what I was gonna say.
Ohio State
Michigan
Ohio State beat the shit out of State. We played State close last week, so it's like the fucking yin and the yang. We're the same team. But
I also feel like nah. I feel like though that Michigan game is different than a fucking Ohio State like Wisconsin game or whatever. Like Penn State was 11, right, and Michigan fucking trounced them.
Right.
Ohio State was losing at half, weren't they, by a point, and then they ended up coming back and they won by a couple scores. But like
they were losing
Michigan,
the fourth quarter.
State, that's what I'm saying. Michigan State though, like you can't. It's hard to put that against Michigan because it is that rivalry. It is that game. It always
will always
is going
be
to
close.
Yeah, exactly. It's always going to be something goofy like that. So it's like I know you can't but like
you guys can do whatever. It's going to look like piss either way. So you should say or I can say, I guess, we might have just had some technical difficulties. Mike tried to run away. We didn't let him. We got him back. Something. Or I guess that could be me saying it. We're recording. I guess we'll run with that.
All right, it's done. All right,
okay.
it's done. Leave all that in. That's hilarious.
All right, might as well.
Okay. We had Jack said it. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty. Mike doesn't like to stay on the pod as long as we do.
I think it was you guys. I think it was y'all.
We kicked you?
I don't fucking know, dude. I'm just not trying to be the one to blame. I was ranting too. I was going in on fucking how Michigan's wins are just as good, if not better, than Ohio State too.
And I agree. And it's the same. They're sitting on their high horse of Notre Dame was like a good win, and it just wasn't. They're a 500 football team.
Yeah,
like Notre Dame is just as good as any of your Big Ten wins.
Yeah, they're not good. And I mean, I just think the Penn State ass beating should be taken into consideration more than any other Big Ten game this whole year. Like they beat the fuck out of Penn State. Ohio State doesn't have that win. That's all I gotta say. I don't know.
For sure. And I've been saying it, dude. And I've been saying it since week 1. The guys in the fucking group chat mock me all the time about it with that nobody's good. Nobody is good, dude. Like, there is no elite college football team this year. There's just not. There is Georgia is good. They have Trayvon Walker. They have Nakobe Dean. They have all these guys. They're going to beat the fuck out of everybody. We know that. They're getting to the playoff. Like, there is no team like that. Like, we saw that Tennessee-Bama game, and Tennessee looks really good right now. And maybe they end up being that team if they win this week. But up to now, man, like, Ohio State's got their flaws. Michigan sure as fuck has their flaws. You know, Bama, not the same Bama that we're used to. Their fucking defense is soft as baby shit. There is no elite team, and it's going to be a very interesting end. And right now, the rankings, it is what it is. They're going to put the big boys up top. They're going to try to cause comments and controversy and anything that they can. It's really big media right now until the committee actually gets to make their choice. And
do you think that they're putting Ohio State where they're at, and Michigan at 5 because they're sick of trying to ride the Harbaugh train and it's never worked?
Nah, I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think they're trying to put Michigan at 5 to basically because right now they can't set up that 1-2 matchup for Ohio State Michigan, but after this week they'll be able to start kind of leading you into that. So I think this week they're just Michigan will just fucking put them anywhere. It doesn't really matter at this point because we'll see what happens in this Tennessee-Georgia game and then move them in appropriately, and hopefully we get that Ohio State-Michigan 1-2 matchup. It'd be awesome. Or at least 2-3.
I was going to say, the fucking SEC team's going to stay at the top.
Yeah, because Tennessee would have to lose, and that's not going to happen. Or Georgia.
Or Georgia. I was going to say, whoever wins that game. I think that it's going to be exactly what it is.
Official prediction before the draft for that game, Tennessee-Georgia?
I think Georgia wins. I think Georgia is the powerhouse. I think they're the best team in the nation. I think they've been the best team in the nation since last year. I think they got a bunch. They have winners. I think they're a winning team. I think they're going to win. I like Tennessee. They're fun to watch. The way they played against Alabama was beautiful. But I don't know. I like Georgia. And I don't like them big, but I like them. I like them a lot.
I like Georgia too, just for the bullying aspect, man. Tennessee played in that game with Bama, and it was a shootout, and that's fine. But they got, they got scored on a ton. And granted, Bryce Young's on the other side throwing the football, but it ain't Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, and Jamison Williams out there. It's not the normal thing.
Stetson's no bullshit either.
And Stetson's no bullshit, but they're going to push you around on the offensive line. They're going to pound the football in your face, and I don't know that Tennessee has really seen that outside of the Florida game this year. So we'll see. I mean, it's going to be a good matchup, but I think Georgia wins too. I'd love for Tennessee to win. I would like personally if Tennessee won.
Really?
But yeah, dude, I want to see that they're a fun team to watch. I'd love to see them in the playoffs. Yeah. And I'd love to see. I want that Tennessee-Bama rematch in the SEC title game. That would be fucking sick.
Yeah, I
both those teams in the dome and the turf. That'd be so fun.
Sure.
But okay. We haven't done a gambling corner in a while. We might have to do one of those soon. Let's get into this draft.
Can't give out picks when you don't win, Bob. Can't do it.
I won last night, dude. Go Bobcats. I fucking rode them action.
Can you tell me what you do, bro? We should have rode action over tonight.
We should have rode action. We should have run the chips tonight, dude. The chips were -6 tonight.
And they're busting
fucking
ass.
Lock. Or no. They were, don't quote me on this, but they're +6 tonight. They're up 14 rip.
Holy fuck. That's hilarious. Well, we'll get after it next week.
All right. Episode 43 and every episode of the Fair Enough podcast is brought to you by Rogue Creative. Shout out to John and the Rogue Creative team. I was with John this weekend. I'm generally with John most weekends. He lives right down the road from me. But him and the Rogue Creative team are the best at what they do when it comes to graphic design or marketing for your small business. And right now, if you're a gym owner, you need to call the Fair Enough pod because we're all getting fat as fuck. But that's okay. But if you're a gym owner and you need some marketing, call Rogue Creative. They can help get people in your gym with a system called database reactivation, which is just a fancy way of saying the people that aren't in your gym right now are going to be coming back to your gym because people are looking for gyms. It's kind of that time. It's cuffing season. If you're trying to get ready for the summer, the work starts now. So give John and the Rogue Creative team a call. Get more people in your gym. And you can find them on Instagram at roguecreative_, or you can find them online at roguecreative.org. Reach out either way. Definitely go give them a follow on Instagram, roguecreative_. Okay. The draft. The clothes and shoe brand logo draft.
That's a mouthful.
It's a mouthful, but that's what it is, and everybody's gonna know what the fuck we're talking about. So, if it is the parameters are if it is a clothes or if it is the shoe.
We're going to
Plays.
say fashion logos draft in parentheses, no accessories.
Yes, no accessories. That's good.
Okay.
That's a good way to put it. Yes, because Mike and
Because
Mike
what you
texted me
said is
earlier.
ridiculous.
Mike texted me earlier. He was like, "Are we doing like accessories or just like clothes?" I was like, "No Rolex." And he thought the same thing because the Rolex logo is fucking dirty. We're not doing watches or anything like that.
Not even
Do you guys
hats.
have any really weird ones? Because I'm thinking about this. I could throw these logos on the screen, but if you guys say fucking something everybody knows, then there's no really need for me to do that. What do you think?
I think you got to throw them on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it either way.
I know it
Fuck, I'm
sucks.
gonna
I know it sucks for you.
Photoshop the Nike logo? All right.
I know it sucks, but
Why do you
I'll
got
help
to
you.
Photoshop it?
Yeah, you don't got to Photoshop it.
Just fucking get it in there. Anyways,
Who's going first?
I don't fucking know. I think this might be a Jack thing. What do you want to do, Jack? How should we do this?
We're picking a number
Okay.
between 1 and 100,000.
Come on,
Okay.
Jack. Just do it between 1 and 100, you dumb bitch.
Mike's scared. He can't count to
No,
100,000.
I'm not. It's the same thing. We're just adding zeros to it. What the fuck?
Fine, 100,000 to the nearest thousandth.
Okay, 100,000. You can go first, Bob.
Okay. Let's go 79,800.
You're such a cuck.
What?
I don't know
You were
why.
gonna say
'cause-
that?
No, but you said 800 like it mattered. Because I wasn't going to go within 79 or 78,000 or whatever.
I don't know what
79
you're
or
gonna do. I don't know if
80,000.
you're gonna try to price this right me.
No, I'm going to price this right you, and I'm going to go with 63,200. It's kind of prices right you.
Yeah, it is kind of. You're cucking me on the low end.
Yeah, of course. You shouldn't have gone so high. What the fuck?
It's gonna be like 1. What is it?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Did you even have a number, or were you just telling us to say numbers?
No, I got it. It's 31,400.
Alright.
Oh, Mike's
Yeah.
closer. What was the
I
thing?
win.
That was for dramatic effect?
It sure was.
All right. Well, that was great. I'm
Yep.
glad we're working on the dramatics. Okay,
All
Mike,
right.
we are going to 7.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
That's what we said, at least.
Yeah.
That's still cool.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. One
All
of
right,
one.
Fashion brand logos, no accessories. 1 of 1.
One of one. To me, there's not a. It's the Air Jordan Jumpman logo.
Yeah. It's a great logo.
And I mean, not that I was around really to see Jordan, but I mean, I'm from Chicago. 90% of his shoes are fucking Chicago based colorways. I have a bunch of red and black pairs of Air Jordans. I have a bunch of pairs of Jordans.
Yep.
And it's just a dope ass fucking logo. Come on.
It was the first of, like, because then everybody was doing the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
Shaq when he was hanging off the fucking
Yeah.
brim, and then, like, everybody kind of did their own version of it. But
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
Created
Even like the
the
baseball
wave.
players, like Griffey did his thing, and fucking
Yep.
Trout. Like a bunch of people did their thing, where it's like that's all because of Jordan. I think at least, unless there was someone before that we don't know about, but it has to be
yep, iconic.
iconic.
Air Jordan definitely 1-1. Definitely 1-1. But 1-1-1A is the Nike swoosh.
Yeah.
That's my first pick.
That would have been
I
my
mean-
second pick. I would have went Jordan
I mean-
and Nike. I don't give a fuck.
You can't. You
Yep.
don't think about Jordan without thinking about Nike.
Nope, I agree
I
with
mean,
you.
it's the simplest logo, and yet it looks so cool when
In
done
so many different ways.
perfectly on a shoe.
Yep.
Yeah, like it's just and even when like Travis Scott flips the thing backwards, fucking sick,
Oh.
and you're not sure why, but it looks just great on the shoe.
No, yeah, I agree. And it's like, yeah, you can wear a little T-shirt and it just has a Nike swoosh on it, and you're like, yeah, it's a dope ass shirt. Like, there's
The
not many
perfect-
brands you can say that.
I love
with,
the-
you know what I mean?
No, I love the sweatshirt where they just the all black with the white swoosh on it.
Nike,
That's
yeah,
a great
exactly.
sweatshirt.
100%.
You know, just works.
I'm gonna stay true to. I'm gonna stay close to the heart right here for number 2. And I'm gonna go with my picks after this pick are gonna get weird fast. I think at least. So So these are my first 3. Like these 3 that I said are my favorite. They're my favorite brands in general. I'm going with Vans. I love the V over the ANS, the off the wall fucking shoe. The skateboard is dope as fuck.
Yep.
But yeah,
I just created it. I created the logo when I wrote it down.
Yeah, so did I, actually. That's hilarious. That is
It's
so funny.
fucking sick. The Vans logo is sick. It was definitely on my list. Clean. They've been doing the thing where they put the V on the shoes as of late, which is fine.
No, I don't like it.
I'm not going to buy them, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Vans logo plays really well. If you've never shopped there for clothes, their clothes are an incredible quality. Like they have really nice clothes.
I was just gonna say that the clothes like they'll do like the little baby patch, and like not only are they quality, they really make the logo makes it pop, just like the Nike. It's like
it plays.
It just makes it pop somehow. It's weird. But yeah, Vans are the shit.
They have a lot of shirts where it's just like the Vans logo and then like the checkerboard around it on the back, and I think those shirts are fucking sweet. Yeah, Vans definitely on my list. Great pick.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna jump into. I'm gonna get weird immediately. How about that?
Okay.
And I'm gonna go with one of my favorite logos, and that is
what? Hey, what letters to start with? What letters to start with?
T.
No.
You're never gonna get No.
Go ahead. Yes, 100%. I'm gonna write it down right now.
Write it down. I'll give you a second.
I wrote it like shit, but I'm sending it to Jack right now. Go ahead. Lay it out.
I love this logo. I love the tree. It's the Timberland logo.
Oh, it's not it. I'll shut the fuck up.
Shit.
Dude, okay. I love that logo too, though. I had it on my list.
I love the Timberland logo. I like the tree above the word Timberland. I think it just looks super fucking clean. I mean, the boots are good, but like the logo on the boots, I think looks great. I've just always been infatuated with that logo for whatever reason.
You just always wanted to grow up in New York and wear a Yankee cap and the fucking untied Timbs, bro.
Untied Timbs with the jeans on, bro. Yes.
That's funny. I like it. I think it's an under the radar logo because you don't ever really see it, because how often you see people wearing like Timberland clothing where it actually has like the big logo. And you don't look down at the fucking shoe and see it that much.
No, but they do sweatshirts and stuff too, though.
Yeah,
I should get a sweatshirt with the patch, the Timberland patch on it. It'd be sick.
I do think there's and I hate to say this, but there's like a connotation to it that, you're kind of a certain, you kind of got to be a certain
like
kind of somebody.
Almost.
Yeah, exactly. You got to be a certain
like
kind of scumbag to be rocking Tim clothes.
For sure.
That's funny.
Timberland off the board. My second pick.
Yeah, I like that one. I'm gonna go with something I think is cool. And it's something I don't really wear that often, but I should, because why not? But Carhartt. I think Carhartt has a very smooth logo.
It's a great logo. It was on my list. Great logo. And I don't know what it is about it. It's very simple.
Yeah, it really is. It's really nothing to it. It's just like a square with like some C's, I guess you'd call them.
It's a yellow wave.
Yeah. I feel like a fucking all the people that like put their babies in Carhartts and shit, and like even like the women that like will wear Carhartt hats, and all the like the men, the manly men will be like, "Well, like you don't fucking work, you don't need that shit." It's like, dude, fuck you. It's a warm hat. I work outside, and it looks nice when I need to wear it. Fuck off.
It looks nice, and it's just good. Like their shit's such good quality.
Yeah, 100%. It's good quality stuff. It's expensive too.
Like you're wearing the hat because it fits nice.
Yeah.
And the Carhartt logo happens to be sick too, so you pop that on. Yep. Great pick. I don't know what to go with next. I guess I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks left, so I could pretty much go anywhere. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with DC Shoe Company.
Ooh.
I love that logo. I never had a pair of DCs. I always had Vans, but I always loved the logo. I just couldn't pull off the big tongue. I couldn't pull off the big tongue, the big shoe. I couldn't do it.
So,
Didn't
not
look
to
right on
compromise any picks, but if I had to guess, you weren't going to pick Etnies because obviously the only big tongue shoes I ever had were Etnies. And I hope you weren't taking the Etnies E, but
no.
Mike, for some reason, I just have a feeling that you were like an Osiris guy.
I was waiting for that name to come up. I was waiting for that name to come up.
Not at all.
That's the monster. That's like
guy.
That's the Monster Energy version of a shoe.
Yep.
No, I never had them. I never had too many pairs of shoes that were like even not just like basketball shoes or like Nike type shoes,
Yep.
But yeah, no, I actually, you know what I did like in high school, but I never bought a pair because they were kind of pricey. Once again, not to compromise picks, but I'm assuming you're not taking Supra either. But
No.
Supra was like the clean cut version of Osiris. They were like the high tops, but they weren't all fucking goofy and just lame.
A million different colors.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't Supras have wings on them at one point?
They may have, but I never fuck with those.
I think they did, dude. I think the high tops at one point had fucking wings on them, like PF Flyers with fucking like.
Yeah, no, that ain't it, dog.
Yeah, dude. DC. I just like the logo, dude. I like the D, the C, and the star. I think it's just
clean.
Simple. When it's blown up, it looks really nice. Like it's just a nice looking logo.
I'm into anything that you can put in a square.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Me too.
Where it's like it's not like fucking all goofy. Like where if you can put it in a square, just something about the continuity of all that and the fucking symmetry, you can be like, all right, this could look nice. I'm into symmetry in general. But pick number 4. We're fucking zooming through this right now. Pick number 4. Where did I just go? Oh, I don't think I've ever owned one of these shirts and or pieces of clothing in my life, but the logo has got to be one of the dopest. Is fucking Lacoste. Just the alligator.
I was picking it next if you didn't. It's a great fucking pick, man. That alligator is clean. But yeah, I know a lot of people that just, had the white shoes and it just had the gator on the side, the little green gator. Sick, man. It is a sick logo.
Yeah, it's always been a nice little. I always thought it was cool as fuck, and the thing when I was a little guy, I always associated it with the Florida Gators though, and I was like, well, fuck that, because I was a Miami fan growing up. Like I love Miami football, so I was like, fuck Florida, you know what I mean? So not that they were even in the same conference, but at the time, you don't know, you're little, and I was like, fuck the Gators. So I never wanted to buy it. Not that I had the money or anything too, but I always stayed away.
We'll get into some Lacoste. Maybe that's our next venture. Yeah, Lacoste, great pick. That was definitely literally next on my board if you didn't take it.
I love that.
I don't have any of this clothing, but I love the logo. If you don't love the logo, I think that you're just lying to yourself, and I'm going to go with Patagonia.
I had that on the list for sure.
I just think it's a great logo. The mountains, the colors with the blue, purple, and pinkish, and then I like the font of the Patagonia too. Like, it's just one of those. It's one of those logos again where it's kind of like Vans, where you can just blow it up and put it on the back of a sweatshirt, and it's gonna look fucking sweet.
Yep, Their hats are good. Their clothing is good. All of it. And that also I think plays into is when you have good clothing and you're like, oh, this looks right on this, and it says Patagonia fucking everywhere, So, yeah, I like
no other logo would look good on that shit tan other than Carhartt.
Yes, true.
Like Carhartt makes that shit tan play and makes it cool.
Yeah, that and Timberland.
That and Timbo. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good pick there, brother.
Like Patagonia had to be on the board for logos.
No, I agree. I would have definitely taken. I have a star next to it too. Like I wrote down a bunch and then I put some stars next to some. I'm gonna go with one that I think is a lock, which maybe it's more. And this is I have a couple of these on here, which are they're more skateboard brands.
Yep.
Like skate brands, but
I think I know where you're gonna go here.
And this is where I thought you were going with pick 2. And the Thrasher logo, to me,
great pick.
Is one of the coolest. Just the flames. I think the OG Thrasher with the flames is one of the dopest things. The Thrasher magazine, like, just a clean logo.
Yep, it is super clean. Wasn't on my board. That's one that I definitely missed. That is a great logo. You know it when you see it. Whenever you walk into Azumi's, where's the Thrasher shit? Like, let's go check it out.
No shit. For real though. Yeah.
That's one. I don't know if they've ever made it, but if they made like a gray hoodie with the yellow Thrasher logo, like fucking small right there. I mean, I know that I say that about literally every piece of clothing, but
that's one qualm I have with Thrasher clothing. I feel like every single thing they make just has Thrasher all the way across the fucking
It's loud.
chest. Where it's like,
too loud.
Just give me a small one. Give me a little guy.
Yeah.
I would own so much more shit if it was just a little guy.
That's one that's the opposite of Patagonia, where it's good in small doses. You don't want it to be the whole back of the fucking shirt or anything.
Even though everything they have is just right across the chest, you know?
It's right. Yeah, dude. And it's like fucking 10 different ways.
Yeah.
You're basically just a walking billboard. They should pay you to take it on. Thrasher. Great pick.
Thanks. Appreciate you, kid.
So many different ways to go here.
I know. It's problematic.
I'm gonna get bougie on you real quick.
I love it. I was waiting. I was waiting.
I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know if this is a smart pick as far as like maybe you'll take it later. You probably
like availability.
Won't take this. Yeah, maybe this is a smart like maybe this is a 7th round pick, but I'm gonna take it in the 5th.
Take it with your heart, baby.
I'm going with Versace.
I love it. I got that on the fucking board. No, I
think the Versace logo is fucking sick. And if you don't know what the Versace logo is, you're looking at it right now, or you just did look at it because Jack put it out there.
Is it Medusa?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it's Medusa.
I think so. We can fact check that for you. Jack can probably fact check that for you right now. But yeah, it's the lady with what looks like Medusa hair, and it kind of grows into like vines and shit, but it's gold, which is the big part of it. Gold or silver, depending on what it's on.
It is Medusa.
Yeah, it is confirmed Medusa. Okay, yeah, that checks out.
I love that.
But yeah, I have the. Well, I can't disclose that, but I have some things with some of the Versace logo on it, and it looks fucking clean for sure. I love that logo.
You can't disclose that for draft purposes or for like legal purposes.
No, I have the Versace cologne. I don't want everybody jumping on, you know? Nobody knows about it. It's a secret. So while we only have 100 to 200 listeners, we'll keep that in there. But don't go buy it,
like,
please.
In my head, I'm like, dude, is this guy stealing Versace or something? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know why, but cologne feels like one of those things that you really want to keep to yourself.
No, I feel you on that. I mean, you don't want everyone smelling like you, but also if you're not a stinky bitch, you don't, you know.
I ain't running into anybody that listens.
Yeah, that's fair.
So wear away.
I'm gonna stay a little bit more high class, but more on the hype beast train than anything.
I know where you're going. What a bitch.
I don't know if you do know, but I'm going Off-White.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a great logo.
I know where you thought I was going, but I'm going.
I'm glad you didn't go there because that logo stinks. Off-White, sick logo.
Oh, I was gonna say Off-White does not stink. What are you talking about?
No, Off-White's awesome. Off-White's awesome.
Okay,
the other one that we were talking about stinks.
Yeah, just the box logo. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Off-White, great. Like maybe the simplest logo other than Nike on the list so far. In that it's just like the font with the quotes, right?
Well, no, I'm talking about the X in the box with the little arrows on it, but that also goes along with the font. I've been having a quarter life or midlife. I'm 29, so I'm about like, you know, I'm either a third or halfway done with my life, and
probably half.
I want to start getting a. That's what I said. I want to start getting a fucking leg sleeve, bro. And the first tattoo that I want to get is gonna literally just say "scar" in the off-white font with the quotes right next to my surgery scar.
Yes, I'm gonna get one too. I'll get one on my Achilles. Let's go. And then Jack will get one when he has knee surgery.
We'll punch him in the head or something. We'll make him get a face tattoo.
Oh, dude, Jack gets just like a teardrop that says "scar" on it,
or like where it's always, instead of "always tired," it just says "scar."
Yeah, we'll get Jack all Post Maloned up. That'll be sick.
Yeah, so I like Off-White. R.I.P.
Off-White's
Virgil.
a great one. R.I.P. Virgil. Absolutely R.I.P. Virgil. Holy shit, we're down to the nitty-gritty here. We're down to the nitty-gritty.
I have so many left on my board that I'm like, man, how do I pick one? But
me too. I'm in the same spot. I want to take one, but I don't know like what iteration of it counts. You know, which makes it tough.
I mean, just run. No, I see. Like,
I'm gonna take it anyway.
Okay,
I'm gonna take it anyway. I'm taking Polo.
Okay,
but I want the teddy bear logo. Is that crazy, or do I not get that? Is that?
I thought that Polo was pretty much
Polo's
the horse,
the guy on the horse.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll give it to you.
You can veto it.
No, I'll give it to you.
Are you sure?
Yep.
All right,
I'll give it to you.
I'm taking the Polo bear. I like the bear, dude. I mean, I like obviously the guy on the horse, the polo player, is an iconic logo and a good logo in its own right. But that fucking dapper little bear, dude, he makes you smile every time you see him. If you see him on like somebody's got like an all red sweatshirt with just the bear on it, like that's sick.
I'm gonna give it to you, but I feel like the Polo. Sorry, Jack, but I feel like the Polo isn't as much as a logo as it is like a mascot.
I feel like this is my take on it. The bear is more the Ralph Lauren side of the thing. You know, like you can still find the bear on like their more expensive like crew necks and shit like that, but you're not gonna find the bear in the Walmart Polo section. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
that's fair.
I don't know.
Listen, we're gonna give it to you.
No.
You have a chance to pull back right here.
I'm pulling it back. There's too much. I don't want to win the draft this way, so I'm pulling it back. Forget the Polo bear.
I think it's more of a mascot than it is a logo,
and that's fine. And I'm going to in this spot take Reebok. What? You hate the Reebok logo? Don't do that to me, bro. Don't do
I just
that to me.
Expect it. I don't know why that made me laugh so much, bro. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. I needed that, bud.
Oh man, I'm gonna lose this one by 1,000. I love the Reebok logo with the fucking things that are crossing underneath. I like the font of Reebok. AI was Reebok.
AI was
Allen
Reebok.
Iverson.
AI was Reebok. Yeah, I mean, he was like the only one, but I don't hate it.
Reebok had a time and a place.
Reebok is just
2000
retro.
to 2005.
Reebok is retro. That's the only thing where it's like, oh, but
that's
I
okay
get it.
though.
I got a couple. I have a pair of Reeboks. I have a couple fucking T-shirts that say Reebok.
Yeah,
So-
and I'm not talking about the shoes, folks. I'm talking about the logo here, and I like the.
Yeah,
I love
that's
the way.
fair.
I've always liked the way that the logos looked. Like even when, I mean, it was really associated with the NHL and hockey for a long time there, when Reebok was doing the jerseys and stuff. But yeah, I love the Reebok logo for whatever reason. It just has always stuck out to me.
You like the old one, right? Because you know how they have like the new one, like the fucking UFC one, that little triangle. That's like. We're talking the normal.
Yeah, and I think that one's
Reebok
just
logo.
for because if you search Reebok logo right now, it'll come up the one that I'm talking about. So I think that's like Reebok UFC. They have Reebok hockey.
I think that's like
they have different.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, you're right. But
they have different logos.
If I'm not mistaken on that, I could be completely wrong. I think that Reebok logo actually Peyton, I will fuck you up. Get out. Too many fucking wires. I got too many cords,
Too many
bro.
wild animals.
I think that Reebok is supposed to like that. It's supposed to be something like the Statue of David or something. Not obviously not that, but I think that's supposed to be something. We should look into that.
Wait.
And,
Like the one that I'm talking about with like
the
the
little, like the
crosses?
two, yeah, like the two, and then the one that goes through. I think there's like a meaning to that. I think it's supposed to like represent something. Actually, could be
Man.
completely wrong, but imagine if I was right. That'd be fun.
Well, it's something, right?
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck is it? It looks, like if you look at it, you're like, what is it supposed to be?
Right.
It represents social, mental, and physical transformation.
Oh shit, dude! Reebok's
See, I don't know
cult.
I don't know if I believe that though, because I was looking into some meanings of the Vans things. I always wanted to know if the fucking meant anything, and there was like, oh, it stands for fucking this, that, and dick, and I'm like, what?
stands for check yourself at the door.
Unless, what are
That's
you
what it
actually
stands
reading, Jack? Are you reading like a blog of some sort?
He's on Wikipedia.
I'm not on Wikipedia. I'm on a much more reliable source, designbro.com.
Yeah,
Hey,
I wouldn't.
if you don't think that Wikipedia is reliable at this point, then you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, anybody's allowed to submit to it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get that.
but
But who's
who's got
submitting
time?
the shit that you're looking up? You know what I'm saying?
I've
Like, really,
submitted to
somebody's going to go
Wikipedia.
in and change the Reebok definition? Like, that's what's going to
True.
happen?
Yeah, I
Like,
don't
get
think
the fuck
anyone.
out of here.
Yeah, I don't think anyone.
Nobody cares enough. Like,
God,
people put,
this
like,
one's
LeBron's dad is, like, the Celtics. Like, that's what people do. You know?
Which is hilarious.
Which is funny every time it plays.
I think if you're worth over $500 million to $1 billion, you should be fuck withable on Wikipedia. Like that's
Yeah.
that's part of your contract. You have to just understand that your Wikipedia page is going to be a lot of weird shit most of the time.
Right. That's like how Elon's making everybody pay $8 to be verified on Twitter.
Yeah, tough look.
You white, you Ben Affleck. That's
pretty
what
white.
it comes down to. Pretty white. I agree.
This one is so tough because I have like 5 that I really want to take.
Okay.
All right. Tell me if this one counts, boys. Tell me if this one counts.
Okay.
I'm gonna shot out of a cannon. Barstool Sports.
Whoa.
I mean, I think that plays, right? Because that logo is the sickest logo of them all. And they have nothing but merch. What do you think, Jack?
I know, but like that's like ESPN
I
putting
don't
their
know if it's up to
logo
me.
on something, you know?
Is it though?
You know what I'm saying? Yes,
No, but
it is.
Barstool makes all of these clothes. Granted, they collab with fucking Nike sometimes, but so does Off-White. You know what I mean?
I get that. No, I get that. It's just like
I'm just saying.
like Barstool Sports is a media company.
Yeah, I know. And Thrasher is a magazine company.
Fuck. True.
Vans is a skateboard company.
Vans is a skateboard company.
All right, I'll allow it. Barstool Sports.
I think that wraps it up.
What do you mean? I still got a pick. You think you just won the draft right there?
I mean,
I think
I
that
don't
about
know.
wraps it up.
that logo is fucking sick. And it's
Yeah, I
on
like
all
the
their
bar. I
merch.
mean, yeah, who doesn't like the Barstool logo? I like the different iterations of it more than I like the red, white, and blue one. I like
yeah,
when they put it on a white sweatshirt and it's all black. Like I love
yeah,
that. I think that
100%.
looks
But just
clean
like
as
the
fuck.
stool with the stars around it, I think is fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great logo. All time logo. Okay, Mr. Irrelevant. I'm gonna go with one that's near and dear to my heart. Shout out to Pac Sun. I'm going with the Santa Cruz logo.
Dude, that was my other pick. That was my other fucking pick right now. I was either gonna, because dude, all right, I love that.
That's what you were down to? Barstool
literally
Santa
100
Cruz?
Yep, 100%.
Yep.
That is.
I love the dude. I just like the big red circle. I like the fonts that Santa Cruz is in. I think it's just a super clean logo. It's another one of those that we talked about where when you blow it up, put it on the back of the sweatshirt. I have one of those. I have it where there's a logo on the front and a logo on the back. It's the same thing,
Yeah.
but it looks
And
fucking
I mean,
sick.
And if you take the alternate too, where they have like the hand with the fucking
Yep.
mouth, which like that's their that's a logo of theirs too. Like Santa Cruz, great pick. Great way to end it. I might have just lost the draft after this one, I'm not gonna lie.
Honorable mentions?
Oh, I got plenty.
What do you got first?
Santa Cruz gone. The fact that we didn't take Adidas is funny, but fuck Adidas.
Yep. I didn't even have it on my list.
You know one that I like? I like Lululemon. I think Lululemon is a very clean clothing clean logo.
I thought about that one too, and I like the clothes more than I like the logo. I do like the logo though. It's very simple and sharp.
The thing is that I feel like it's still in the spot where it's mostly women's clothing, and I'm not trying to go with like a women's clothing logo, even though it's transferring into both. But at the end of the day, it's a
the
yoga
logo
pants company.
itself is like a little bit more feminine, just the way that it's like, shaped. But no,
Yeah.
Lulu's definitely
I
a
like
good
Lulu.
logo.
Mm-hmm.
New Balance was one that I was going to take. It was either that or Santa Cruz.
New
I
Balance
love
is clean.
I just love the NB. Like, it's super simple. The fucking like dots or whatever that are coming out of the end, like
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just a
it's clean.
sick. When it's on the shoe, it just looks so clean.
Mhm.
And
Well,
New Balances are coming back.
They don't put the NB on the shoe. They just put the N.
They do on some of them.
I think you're wrong on that. But yeah, maybe like dad shoes, but like actually like nice, like cool looking shoes. I think they're only the N on them, bro. I could be
No,
wrong.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Nah, there's a bunch of the retro ones that are coming back that have the N and the B on them.
That's what I was saying. Because
I don't
like
think you're right.
in Seinfeld, they always fucking wear those with the N and the B.
Well,
Dude, and
whatever.
those are the sick retro ones.
Exactly.
Jerry used to wear them all the time.
Mike doesn't know
See,
what he's talking about.
No, you motherfucker. I know shoes. You guys don't know shit because it's just the
true.
N. Look it up. You know what I really like, and I think it was like I don't really fuck with it that much in terms of like the world, but the Comme des Garçons or whatever, the little heart, the CDG.
Oh yeah.
That's a sick logo. I got a
That
pair
is
of
a sick
the
logo.
Chuck Taylors that have them that are and it's just
Yep.
a cool ass logo.
Those are, those Chucks, like, those are like that's a shoe that you should have if you're collecting shoes. I feel like is the
I feel like they're
Chucks.
they have a bunch of them too. Where it's like I was like fuck it, I got them for pretty cheap. I was like I like the little heart.
yeah.
It's like
They're attainable, but they're unique.
yeah, exactly, 100%.
Yep, I like that one. Low key, I don't know if you've ever seen the Crocs logo, but it's kind of sick.
Yeah, it is. I feel like it's like I feel like they kind of bite off the Lacoste logo though.
For sure, but yeah, just because it's a gator again. But I like that one a lot.
One too. Yeah, I agree.
I had it on my list just in case I needed to like dip into the bag hard, but I was like, I kind of like that logo. It ain't bad.
For sure. I like the Fendi. Fendi's logo is super cool.
I don't know if I've ever. Well, I definitely know
almost,
what it is.
It looks like a fucking money sign almost, and that's just like Fendi. It's cool. It's like a boxy, but I'm like North Face, dude. North Face. I thought one of us would take North Face.
I know. I had it on my board. It's it's just another one of those fucking clean logos. And it just looks good. They just do it perfectly on every piece of their clothing. You know, that's ridiculous. The thing. I don't have any North Face stuff, but fuck, I'd love to have a jacket someday.
Yeah, I have. I used to have some sweatshirts, and now I don't know what the fuck happened to them.
Yep, sick logo, North Face. We talked about like Burton. I know it's a snowboarding brand, but they make a lot of clothes. Like the Burton logo is really sick. Sperry, the Sperry shoe brand is actually, the logo is pretty sick. It's just got like the little sailboat on it. And that's pretty much all I had as far as written down.
I had a couple more like Pac Sunny, but like also kind of like hype beast back in the day type shit. Like Obey is Andre the Giant. I think Obey is super cool.
Obey is cool.
First of all, the Diamond Supply, I know that's like 2010 shit, but the Diamond is dope as fuck. I don't care what anyone says, bro.
No, it is really cool, dude. Those shirts were hot in the streets.
Dude, they were the hottest, bro. Like I have from Threadbeast, I got a Diamond Supply cologne one time, And dude, I still use it.
Oh.
This shit is fucking.
Bet it smells so good.
It smells very tasty.
Volcom is another one like
Volcom,
that I thought of.
yeah.
I like that Volcom. Like they kind of have the diamond too, but it's just a little bit
Yeah,
more
it's like
skinny,
a-
but
Kind of looks like a fucking like a arrowhead almost, you know.
yeah, yep, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, Converse. I think Converse is pretty cool. Just the old fucking Chuck Taylor.
Yep,
Can't
I
go
almost
wrong.
put that one on my list. I like the it's got like I looked up the logo now and it's almost like a sideways triangle with the star
Yeah.
and then just says Converse on it. Looks it's super clean.
That's
Just
another
one of
brand,
those
just like
retro.
yeah. That's another brand like Vanzo, where like they're taking a very iconic shoe and they're
Mhm.
putting that logo on it instead of like the star Chuck Taylor, where it's like
Right.
how like the Vans are putting the V on there, and it's like stop everything you're doing because you're fucking up. Like there's no
Yeah.
need for this shit. Like just
You're making it
don't
worse.
fix what's broken or not broken. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I didn't take my number one.
Well, your number one pick you didn't take? I feel like
I didn't
that's
take the one at the top of my list. Literally,
What?
holy fuck.
What is it?
Fucking Bapesta, bro. Bape is the coolest logo on the planet.
I don't even know what that is.
Dude, you gotta look it up. It's Bape.
Like BAPE?
Yeah. Lil Wayne used to wear it. Kanye used to wear it.
You never heard of Bape, Bob?
Oh, I've seen this before.
That's the best logo out there, bro. It's the best logo.
Mm.
And I was trying to save it because I knew you weren't gonna take it. And
That
I
is
went
a
Barstool instead of
crazy-
Bape.
That is a crazy clean logo. Yeah, you've royally fucked up. You got the Barstool logo instead of the Bape logo. Oh no, Mike. You're still gonna win this
Whatever.
draft somehow.
Nah, I honestly don't give a fuck about winning. It's just fun to kind of go over shit because you forget like Reebok. I think that's hilarious, but like you don't. It's
Got
funny to
shit
hear.
on for my Reebok take.
Dude, I don't know why Reebok is so funny to me. It's just like I don't know why. It's
Because
a clean logo.
I took a hard right because I went Polo to Reebok. It's the hardest right you could
that's
take.
fair. Yeah, you went from fucking luxury to Walmart. Why can't you get
Exactly.
Polo? But yeah, that's so funny. But yeah, I think that was a good draft. I think it was fun.
Yeah, I like that draft. We'll see. Go vote on the poll, and we'll have the poll up on Instagram. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, please shoot us a follow. It only helps us. Same on YouTube. If you could subscribe to the YouTube and like the video, that only helps us. It only makes this thing bigger and better for you guys. Everything that we've been doing has been putting things into this podcast. So whether it's video, audio, just making it better and more available. So we'll keep trying to do that. Like I said, go subscribe to the YouTube. Go follow us on Instagram. We'll post the poll up there, and you guys can decide who won this draft. And then episode 44 next week is going to be the Jack Hour. It's Jack's 21st birthday next week. So tune in next week. Maybe you learn a couple things about Jack that you might not have known. So episode 43 is a wrap. We love you guys. We'll see you next week for the Jack episode 44. Peace.
We love ya. Deuces.